Today, one of our topics in group was about things that we cherish. And when it was my turn, I had to be kind of brief about what cherishment meant to me or what it means to cherish something. Now, I get to expand a little bit more on it. There's so many things that I cherish nowadays that it's hard to actually list them all. And that's a great thing to cherish in itself, because at one time, when I was in my addiction, I didn't cherish anything. One of the things I cherish now is that I have so much to cherish that it's hard to talk about one thing in particular. To me, cherish goes hand in hand with gratitude. I remember one of the other guys saying how he doesn't cherish anything to do with his time in prison, and he prays to God to rid him of these memories of prison. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Him and I are in the same community now, but our walks to get here were not the same. Me, I'm a little different about my time in prison. I'm not saying I exactly cherish my time in prison, but I am definitely grateful for my time in prison. Prison not only saved my life, but it saved so many relationships I had thought to be forever gone. Relationships with some of my kids, my wife. Not only did I save so much in relationships, I also rediscovered who I truly was. And not only did I discover the old me, I improved on who I used to be and turned that version of me into a better version of who I should be and I truly am. I'm grateful for prison, for all the opportunities that I was granted. In my addiction, the only thing I was ever granted was a chance to hurt my family. I was granted every opportunity to lie to my family. I was granted opportunities to grant and break unfulfilled promises to my family. Prison did, however, grant me and afford me time. Time I'm very grateful for. Time to sober up. Time to reflect on how I treated my family. Time to regret what I've done. Time to make amends, and time to change. And change I did. I took every course and class available to me that dealt with self-help and cognitive thinking. Through all that I learned, not only did I soak it all up, I applied it to everything I could, every chance I could. I even was given the time to find and establish a relationship with who I believe God is to me. And slowly my family, especially my wife, started to genuinely see that I had changed. And for that I'm grateful, because my wife is one of the people I cherish most, along with my children and my parents. Now, I'm out of prison, and that I'm very grateful for. For my freedom is definitely something I cherish more now than I ever did before. I'm grateful I will never have to use one of these again, to fill out one of these ever again. Now, the one downfall with me being out of prison now is Texas has this law stating that if there was ever a protective order while you was incarcerated and it runs out, that once upon release, said protective order is reinstated for about a year or until parole deems necessary to lift it. So everything that I've worked for and reestablished and made amends for as far as my wife and my two stepkids go was completely ripped out from under us with this new protective order. So for that, I can't say I cherish, and I'm not grateful for it at all. The old me, however, would let that eat me until I got the old F it mentality and screwed up my parole. The improved, rediscovered me has gained knowledge and wisdom to cope with these small setbacks. And yes, there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is knowing that tomatoes are not a vegetable. Knowledge is knowing that tomatoes are actually fruit. However, wisdom is knowing not to put that said fruit into a fruit salad. Fruit for thought. Okay, so with my situation, I can explain something that maybe some of you will get to thinking about. Hopefully you'll think about it. Hopefully you can use it to help yourself through your own troubling and trying times. Okay, so we all look at life through two different types of lenses. The first lens, however, is that the one that we all seem to use the most. That's the lens of should have and should not have. If I wanted to, I could be like, I should be able to go home and live with my wife and family. I should not have to live in a halfway house or a recovery center like I am. Parole should let me do more. I should not have to be treated by parole now as if I'm still the same person that led me to prison. I could be like that. I really could. If we are always looking through these lenses of should and should not and be expecting what we should and should not have to do, then we put ourselves at more risk of disappointment, and that leads to negative feelings that can lead to negative behaviors, and that could always be destructive. All right, so that's that one lens. All right, so let's talk about the second lens that no one hardly ever uses. The reality lens. The reality lens of what is and the reality lens of what is not. Now, with my new way of coping with things, my reality lens has this old school, the Dwayne Wayne flip down sunglasses that I'd like to call for, wait for it, flip them down, the gratitude shades or lenses. All right, so I should be able to go home and live with my wife and kids. The reality lens, I can't go home and live with my wife and kids. I put them gratitude shades down, but I'm grateful I'm not back in prison. All right? I should not have to live at a halfway house or a recovery center, but I am. But, gratitude shade, I'm grateful to be living at the Hopper House Recovery Center, where I can further help myself and help others. Seriously, look at the reality of how things are and find a way to be grateful with that reality instead of risking disappointments with the should haves or the should not haves. And that will help counsel us to a healthier way of thinking. All right, so, that's all I have for now. I hope this helps someone. I will be doing more videos in the future like this. And, I'd love to hear people's thoughts or ideas or hear about some subjects that you would like for me to talk about. All right, so this is the part where someone usually says, hit that like button or hit that subscribe button, but that's not me. I'm not here to get likes. I don't care if you subscribe. I don't care if you subscribe to my YouTube channel or you hit the like button on my videos. I'm going to continue doing what I do regardless. I truly do hope my videos do help others, but even if they don't, these are helping me myself. I'm able to these help me be able to talk about and open up about my feelings and my points of views inside. All right, thank you. Have a blessed day.